What's up guys, BrickTitan here with one of the coolest LEGO Nexo Knight set. This is the Fortrex. It is really awesome. It is set number 70317 and it has 1,140 pieces and retails for around $100, which is kind of pricey. But look at it. It's basically a tank that is a castle. How could you not want this set? I mean, I just think as a LEGO collector, I think it is one of the coolest, castles kind of designs that they've come out with in a long time. I think it looks really awesome. Has some really awesome features on the front here. You can see there are these really cool looking stud shooters on the sides here, and you can of course just twist these and they fire off. Of course, you know how stud shooters work, and there's about 1 billion of them around here, and if you lose one, that's okay, because you get plenty of extras in the set because they know you're gonna kind of fire this set like crazy. And of course, we have this really awesome feature on the side here, which is kind of the levy, or well, actually the lever that actually works the drawbridge. If you can see there when I twist it, and of course it raises this little plane device, which is basically the arrow striker, which I think is really cool. And of course you can just kind of set that right back on there on the hinge like that, and I think that's really cool. And it has this really awesome kind of gigantic missile firing mechanism at the top there, and you can kind of fly around as a plane with it too. But a really well protected castle. Of course, we got some more stud shooters right here that are just basically little peg shooters on the top there, which of course you will lose them, but like I said, you get plenty of extra ones. And hidden inside here we have the Knight Cycle, which is kind of stowed away in there, which is a really awesome kind of motorcycle, which I'll show you in detail in just a minute. But I just kind of want to give you guys a kind of overall view of this really mega sized kind of ultimate castle from Nexo Knights. I just think it looked really cool, and I just like the inside, and I think it looks really awesome. But let's go ahead and take a closer look at some of the other things. So here comes Fortrex crashing along here with its really awesome treads, and of course there's a hidden button on the side here that fires these really powerful looking discs out the front, the bottom here, and all you have to do is load it up. It comes with quite a few extras, so if you lose one, it's okay. You just slip it in the bottom right down here, which is kind of hard to get into because it's just a small little slot, but you just pop it in there like that and it slides right in there. And of course the button on the back is right here, really easy to get to. All you do is push this little black thing right there, and it'll pop out the disc in the front. And to open it up is really neat. Instead of just popping it open like that, you can literally just twist this and your Fortrex comes open like a really awesome mobile command center kind of thing, and I think that is awesome. And of course you do get Murloc 2.0 right here in the center, and all you have to do, let me kind of zoom in here so you guys can kind of see a better look at the inside here, kind of see what's going on with Murloc 2.0 here. Some really cool stuff on the sides here. You have some swords, a training equipment, like a training dummy right here, which is really awesome. Kind of swings around, kind of do some training if you really are into that. And of course you do get a extra little target practice piece, sorry if I can speak. You can put that in there like that. And of course you do get Chef Eclair's little kitchen over here on the side here, which if you open it up, you have a chicken wing for Axel, because he's always hungry and always eating. There's a glass, and there are some kind of extra kind of pieces that you can use for your Nexo shields. You have charge attack and chicken power. I don't know why you'd want that on there, except for Robin. He really must want that because that's what he's into. Kind of zoom out here again, and I'll show you that if you move Murloc 2.0 in the front like this, and you move him back and forth, it opens up your round table, which you can kind of seat 4 knights there, and then you close it back up so you can close your whole fortress back up. And of course you have these really cool little pieces on the sides, or in these little rooms here that kind of move these little guns on the side, so you can have some more missile attacks on the side, like pretend guns. And up here you have this really awesome kind of prison. If you want to put one of your bad guys in there, just open it up like this, and you can store one of these dudes in here, and they just kind of lock away, and then he's kind of locked away in prison. Of course, you got some really cool translucent pyramids all over the place. I think it's designed out really well, really awesome, and really easy to kind of lock up real easy. You just snap that back together, and you can kind of have your Tread Fortress back together. Got some really awesome stickers on the side here, and of course you can put some extra storage pieces up here. And there are a lot of stickers on this. Be warned, there are plenty of stickers all over this set. They're everywhere. But I think it's really cool because it has just so much stuff you can just kind of play with, and it kind of has a classic yet really awesome new feel for Lego. I think it kind of reminisces of the old Lego Castle stuff with future kind of technology, and I think that's really awesome. There's another spot right here for some extra pieces if you want to use it. But I love these studs on this thing that you can kind of tread and play around with a lot. But let's go ahead and take a look at the figures and see what's up. So here are two of the smaller vehicles you get inside of the Fortrex, and you can see we do get the good guy vehicle, which is Clay's Night Cycle right here. And on the other side here, we have Ash Attacker's Fire Skeeto, and you can see it is a very kind of cool kind of hover car. See, it has some really cool details in it. You can open the mouth like this, and you can see a disc in there. And on the back, you have a little lever back here, and you push that, and it fires out these really awesome discs that have these monster images on them, which I think is pretty cool. And there are two different versions of those. There's that, and of course, there is another one with a little bit of a different kind of face on it, as you can see there. And so those are pretty cool. And of course, you just load it in the front there, and you can open and close the mouth whichever way you want. And of course, it has some really cool translucent pieces on it. And on this other side here, we have Clay's Night Cycle, which is really cool. It has some really cool tread tires on them. You can see it kind of rolls really good. It also has the front of his Nexo shield on the front there with Hawk Collar, which is the power on that actual Nexo shield, which is really cool. And of course, I think these are some pretty awesome vehicles. I think they did a pretty good job with both of them. Well, let me know in the comments below which one you think is cooler. So here's one of our first figures in the set. It is Clay. And of course, he does have a really awesome sword there. He has some really cool armor. Also, he is sporting the Nexo shield with Hawk Collar, the power in there. And of course, you can lift his face up there, kind of see the details of one side of his face. And of course, I think that's really cool how you can kind of open and close his mask there. But let's go ahead and take a look at Clay without all of his armor on. And this is Clay without all of his armor on. You can see it's some really cool detail on the back there. Has some really cool detail all the way around. And of course, he does have a second face, which does make him look like he's kind of angry. And here is Axel. He's probably one of my favorite figures out of this series and this set itself. And of course, he has this really cool big power axe right here, and you can see the translucent pieces right there. And he does have an actually really cool Nexo shield power, which is ground pound, as you can see the emblem there. And he does have two faces, and I'll show you the first one there. And I'll show you the second one in just a second. I just wanted to kind of explain, you can't really remove his armor. It's kind of one giant piece, but I think it's really cool anyway. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And here is Aaron with his blazer bow, and as you can see on the back here, he does have some extra little stud shooter things on the back there to put in his bow, which is really cool. And he does have a really cool Nexo shield power, which is superhuman speed, which would be kind of deadly for him because he's kind of an archer. And of course, he has this really cool kind of face mask on there, and I'll kind of show you this side of the face. I'll lift that up there. I'll kind of show you what it looks like. I think it looks pretty cool, just a regular face. And of course, this is what he looks like without his armor and his other face. And here's one of the main villains in this set. It is a monster called Ash Attacker, and you can see he has a really awesome weapon there called the Magma Blade. And of course, he has one of the coolest helmets I think I've ever seen Lego make. I just think it looks really awesome, and I just think they did a really good job with him. And of course, he does have a second face, as you can see as well, and I think he looks pretty cool. And here are two of my favorite evil villains out of this set, which of course they're just kind of the low forms of monsters. We have two scurriers, and one is carrying a staff, and the other one is carrying a stick of dynamite, which looks like these guys are something you really don't want to mess with, but I think they're probably some of the coolest figures out of the new Nexo Knight line. And next up we have one of the coolest features out of the Nexo Knight series that LEGO makes. This is the Book of Evil, and of course it is the new design. And as you can see, it does open and close really awesomely, and you won't have any problems like the old books that used to break apart real easy. So I think this is really awesome. And here is one of the unique characters as well that comes in this series. It is Chef Eclair, and of course you can see he does have these really cool printed little blocks here, and he has a frying pan there, which is really cool. He is designed, of course, to cook for Axel, which I guess needs a robot by himself to feed himself, and he does cook for the other knights, so I think he's a really cool character. And here is probably one of the most bizarre minifigures, if you can call it that, out of this set, and it is the image of Murloc 2.0. As you can see there, it's kind of a really digitized version of a wizard. Of course, he does have his feet there, which look kind of unique, and you can kind of fold them up. But I think it's pretty cool that they added this. However, let me know in the comments below if you think that LEGO should have included the actual Murloc so it could show kind of transitioning his mind into the Murloc 2.0. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think. So now that you've seen the entire set, or the entire Fortrex and all of its figures, let me know in the comments below what is your favorite. Do you actually like some of the figures, like Axel or Murloc 2.0, or do you actually like a favorite part on the actual Fortrex itself? So, give me a like for actually liking Nexo Knights, and I will see you guys next time.
Click here to check out more of our recent videos, and don't forget to subscribe before you go.